If you are a big Thanos fan, I am warning you, you need to be prepared mentally to watch this video, because I am 100% sure that this video is going to change the way you look at the Mad Titan. If you are a comic reader, you probably already know what I am about to talk about in this video, but if you're not, oh gosh, you'll be really surprised. Yes, it is true, Thanos gave Deadpool eternal life, and the reason why he did that might shock you even more. Let's dive right in. In the MCU, the Thanos that's presented to us is a Thanos that is really emotional with his daughter. He loves Gamora. No, he doesn't love her as much as the Soul Stone. But still, we know he loves her, because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to get the Soul Stone. But Thanos in comics is a little bit different. This might shock you, but Thanos in the comics is in love with a girl. Can you believe that? Yes, in the MCU he loves a girl, but that love is love as a father. Now in the comics, I am talking about loving in a romantic way. I know you might not believe me, but believe me, it's true. It all started when Thanos was younger. One day a girl showed up and led Thanos to a cave that she wanted to visit. But right before that, a bunch of lizard monsters ate some of Thanos' colleagues. Obviously, Thanos got really angry and took down all of the lizards. But barely did he know that that moment would change his life forever. Because in that day he discovered that he likes the feeling of fighting and killing. After a few years of trying to understand why he likes doing that, he became a navigator for space pirates. I know that is weird to think, but Thanos dated as many girls as he could. He became father of so many children that he even didn't know how many kids he had. Just joking. Maybe not. Anyways, even after dating so many girls and having kids, he still wasn't happy. Eventually he came back to his home. And when he got there, guess who was there? Exactly. The girl who he saw in the day he destroyed all those lizard monsters. But she was obviously different. She was grown up. Thanos said to her that he was in love with her. But she wanted Thanos to prove to her that he was telling the truth. And in order to do that, she said the only way to prove his love for her was to kill more lives. I guess that he really was in love with her, because he even destroyed his own people. The boldest thing Thanos ever did to prove his love was when he reunited all the Infinity Stones, made the Infinity Gauntlet, and snapped his fingers to wipe out half of life in the universe. So, yeah, now you can see that MCU Thanos and comic Thanos are really different. But despite all of this still wasn't enough to satisfy Death. Thanos was never able to move on. He did still try to date other girls, and tried to find another hobbies, but he just couldn't forget Death. I guess he really was in love. Or he was just obsessed. Who knows, right? But despite everything he did to impress her, she kept rejecting him. And you know what it means when a girl rejects a guy who does everything for her, right? It was obvious that there was another man in Death's life. And you already know exactly who that man is. Obviously, the man that Death loves is Wade Wilson. In the case of Deadpool, his character in the comics and in the movies are actually really similar. But you might be asking, how did Deadpool and Death even meet? Well, that's actually quite easy to answer. Wade Wilson was forced to go through experiments that basically gave him multiple near-death experiences. And in those moments was when they meet. Every time that Wade was going through a near-death moment, she always appeared. And I don't know what's so attractive about Death, but Deadpool fell in love with her just like Thanos did. And to get even weirder, Death actually felt a bit attracted to Wade. And over the years their relationship kept getting more and more intense every time they met. But what does Deadpool have that I don't? The golden question that every man does when he's rejected by a girl. In this case, it's not like Death couldn't be or wasn't attracted to Thanos. The problem with Thanos was that she felt like Thanos wasn't really in love with her. Thanos probably thinks about her the same way he thinks about the Infinity Stones. It's like she is just a prize that he wants to win. But Deadpool is different. Deadpool has actually love in his heart. But now thinking about it, I really thought that Death type of guy was more like Thanos. I really didn't expect Death to like someone who really has love in their heart. I guess she prefers the good guy instead of the bad one. Things that only really happen in fiction. Just kidding. But I do get why she prefers Deadpool. Not only he kills a lot of people, loves genuinely, he is also one of the funniest guys ever. I never heard a girl saying that doesn't like funny guys. So, I get it, Death. But Deadpool getting so close with Death would obviously upset Thanos a lot. After all, he tried so hard for so long to be with Death. If he couldn't be with her, he wouldn't let anyone else to be with her. Especially not after betraying his own family just to be with her. So what Thanos decided to do was to curse Wade with immortality. This way, the only way Wade would be able to be with Death is if he gets obliterated on a cellular level. After this, Deadpool still had some near-death experiences and dreams that allowed him to communicate with Death, but they could never truly be together. That's too bad. I would really like to see their wedding. This is the story of how and why Deadpool became immortal. A little bit unexpected, right? I bet that when you saw the title, you weren't expecting this to be a story of true love that included Thanos and Deadpool fighting for a woman that is Death. I mean, this almost feels like a fanfic. As you may have noticed, I started this channel not long ago, and I would really appreciate it if you helped me grow here on YouTube. Everyone knows how difficult it is to grow a YouTube channel. Your subscription will make all the difference to me, and you will definitely become a very special subscriber for me and the community of this channel, because without you, the growth of this channel is not possible. Thank you in advance. Now tell me, did you expect there to be a comic story where Thanos and Deadpool were fighting for the same girl? I definitely wasn't.